welcome to my channel and welcome to another episode of Tales and Tea. I know I talked about doing this whole Tales and Tea thing where I share like story times and some chit chats. It's been a while since I sat down to film a video, but hopefully there's going to be more Tales and Tea coming up. Before I start this video, please forgive me, bear with me with the noise in the background. I'm going to try to see how much of it I can reduce, but the lighting in my room is so bad and it's a nice day outside. I decided to sit outside of my apartment. It's like a parking lot, so there are cars parked around here. It's going to be awkward if someone walks in on me, and probably someone is watching me from their window, but it is what it is. And I want to really film this video. Like, I feel like people have been asking me, and I just want to get it out there because it's admission season again, so I believe it would be helpful for people to get to learn or have my story as part of the resources available on grad school and all of that. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to just go straight into, people have asked me how I got into grad school, what I'm doing, all of that stuff, and I just figured I'll just make it a story time to share my story, my whole journey. And then if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. I'll film a Q&A if necessary, or I'm going to answer your questions in the comment section. So let's get started. First of all, I am currently a full-time MBA student. We're called candidates, okay? I'm currently a full-time MBA candidate at the Arizona State University. I think people have been wanting to know that. I am at the Arizona State University, the WP Carey School of Business, for that matter. And this MBA program is STEM designated. So once you are in a STEM designated program as an international student, you have all these options of OPT, CPT. That's not the point of this video for now, but that's just the intro I wanted you guys to get once before I start the story. Oh my god, I'm waffling. Anyway, my journey to grad school started, I would say, in 2021. After a few years of working, I was now ready to pursue the masters. I feel like after undergrad, a lot of people were like, are you doing your masters? Are you going into academia? There was just a lot of things, but I'm very much an industry girl. The thoughts of having doctor, like a PhD option, it's there, but I'm just really an industry girl. Like I said, it started in 2021 and I was ready then. But then because I was working and I had some commitment, it started by me researching to actually, there's a flight, the number of planes that go past this place. The airport is not far from here, so sorry. If there is one thing you should know about Arizona, is that it's hot. It's desert hot. My phone literally just went off because iPhone needed to cool down before I could record. So I don't know, but let me just continue from here. So I did look into the possibilities of applying to maybe UG, taking a professional course, all of that. I made like inquiries, I checked for school fees and all of that stuff, and time just passed. I sort of decided that I wasn't sure how sustainable that was going to be, considering my work and maybe like my salary and how much I was getting and how I could afford to pay for my fees and all of that. So 2021, when I had decided this, it was written, like I literally write my goals. I wrote it as my goal to like pursue an MBA, blah blah blah, and then it was one of the things that rolled over into my 2022 plans at the beginning of the year. So I wrote it down that this is the year, you are applying, you are doing more work in that regard and all of that. So 2022 started. I went straight into like, that was when my mind had shifted then to like focusing to move to US and UK, for instance. But with UK, I think the options I got was to move from undergrad straight into like PhD. And like I said, I really want to be in the industry, and I wasn't sure if PhD was right for me then. So I started looking into the US schools, and I had a couple of schools. Like I started looking at where other schools. I didn't have Arizona even in the ASU in my list of schools like that. I had so many other schools. I would look for them. Mind you, I didn't have GRE. I also, yeah, GRE was one of the main things for me, and I was also looking for schools that had scholarship offers. Very important. So as I would look through schools, I'll write them down. Reading the website is so much work. I don't know if there's anyone that has gone through this school search and this whole journey of graduate school and moving that has said it's easy. It is not easy. If you think you're not ready to do the work, you might as well end this video here, because it is not easy. You would lose your mind. I would go through schools' websites, go through the program, the curriculum, look for scholarship opportunities, check to see what they require. So for me, for schools that had GRE as a requirement, I had to cancel them out because I didn't have it there. But I also realized that it was limiting me a lot, because there were so many good schools that I ended up canceling out. So I told myself that, okay, if at the end of I'm moving into 2023 now, because okay, I'll get there. But then at a point I was like, if there's no success in this, I'm going to take the GRE. But then yeah, I didn't have GRE, so I was looking into schools that had GRE waivers for MBA. For MBA, GRE or GMAT is very required, but you would have schools that have it waived. But what I soon realized was that the schools that were waiving it, for the most part, like there was this school, I forgot, somewhere in Washington, that I had even started the application for, joint webinars, had discussions. There's another flight. Sorry guys, sorry. I had joined webinars, you know, they had said GRE waivers were available and all of that. I mean, the GRE waivers, you have to know, I'm not sure what exactly they look at, but like they look at your resume, your background, your achievement. Work experience is very important. I speak for MBA when I say work experience is such a vital thing, because it's a professional program and they want to add onto your career, leverage onto your career. It's like managerial, leadership, you know, kind of thing. So you have to, it's just developing you from what you've already achieved in your work experience journey. So what was I saying? GRE stuff. Yeah, it really worried me, because I had to cut down a lot of schools, and it was getting very frustrating, very frustrating. And then by August, admission season is usually like August through to spring. So for people like me, international students who are looking for scholarships, usually some schools have like early priority dates, deadlines where they'll consider you for scholarship. See, there are so many dynamics to this. I was down with like so many schools I couldn't proceed. Like the school I was talking about, for instance, I feel like this story is like scattered and everywhere. Bear with me. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So the school I was starting to apply for instance, GRE was waiver was available. I was excited. Their scholarship opportunities looked good, but I was emailing like the recruiters and the admission officers and all that, and they made me aware that, you know what, if you want the full scholarship, we would recommend you write a GRE. There's no way they're going to give me full scholarship without writing the GRE. So that's just for you to note that sometimes you might get partial, or you know, all of that stuff. So that wasn't for me. I wasn't ready then, and the deadline was approaching, and it wasn't possible for me to have written GRE then, so I had to cancel that out as well. So by September 2022, I then discovered, I'm summarizing this so much and I'm not even talking about how much work went into it, but it was crazy. By September 2022, I then discovered the Mastercard Foundation Biobab Digital Innovation Scholarship Program. And when I tell people of the scholarship that I am on, usually they ask me, oh, how did you know? How did you know something like that was existing? So this is where I plug my plug. So I discovered this scholarship from the lovely, hardworking Bilkis of Grad School Cafe. Guys, don't sleep on her channel. don't sleep on her channel. She puts in the hard work. Don't sleep on her channel. There's so much good stuff. I know some people do not even like to watch videos to the end and whatnot, but she does the research, and because there are so many schools in the US that you could possibly have gone through, but Bilkis does the work, brings you, narrows down, it helps your search. You just go to that school, check the requirements, check if you fit, if it works for you. Oh my god, if it works for you, and then you go ahead. So that's how. So it was one of her videos. I randomly watched it, and then she mentioned a couple of scholarship, and I realized that the Mastercard Foundation scholarship covered MBA. I was so excited, so excited. And I remember I texted her. She's my friend, so I texted her and I was like, I want to try this. She was like, yeah, go for it. I was so nervous, so nervous. And the deadline I remember was like October 7th or something like that. There was not so much time. I went through the application, and whoo, it was a lot. It was a lot. The essays you have to write, it was a lot. It was a lot. I was like, can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? But yes, I tried. I did it. I submitted an application. Bilkis doesn't even know this, but I'm going to mention it in this video. One of my other colleagues who is also here with me and in the MBA class also actually discovered the scholarship from watching her video. What are the odds? Like, she's doing amazing. I don't know, the impact is crazy. So please go and subscribe to Grad School Cafe, turn post notifications on, and make use of her, okay? So that's how I found about it. September I applied, but by the deadline I had submitted my application. They were supposed to contact us by end of October, so that was the time where I went to SA in October. So by 31st October, honestly, I thought I didn't make it through. And then 31st October, I got an email from Mastercard saying I had been shortlisted for the next phase of the scholarship. Oh my god, am I really going to post this video? So I had been shortlisted for the next phase of the scholarship, and that required an interview, and also that required me to start the process of applying for my program with the school. So it's important to know that the Mastercard scholarship I found was for ASU. They were working in collaboration with ASU, and it's a very, very comprehensive scholarship, top notch, 100%. And so I prepared for interview, I applied for school, and then when I was applying in my application, I made the business school aware that I was going to be requesting for a waiver. So in the business school application, you go through a whole lot of things. You also write essays, more essays. They give you, it's not like personal statements that you already have it written and you submit. They give you what to write your essays on. So there were 2 essays, and then there was one option for optional. You know, tell us what we need to know about your application, or anything you think you would like that the admissions committee to know about you. So I used that opportunity to talk some more about me, my passion, which I've already mentioned in the other essays, but I highlighted it more. And then I went on to request for the GRE waiver, told them about how I don't have it and how I know it's a very important requirement, but I hope that my work experience, you know, everything I've achieved so far would be enough to help me fit in the class. So that was how that went. I'm not sure how long it took, but I got an email from them saying, hey, we got your request for a waiver, and happy to tell you that it has been approved, but you have to wait on a decision on your admission from the admissions committee. So that was good. One thing done, check off the list. And so yeah, that was it. I finished Mastercard's interview. It was a long waiting period. The interviews were in December. My application to ASU was also done by December of 2022. It was just silent from then on, silent till January. And then Mastercard just sent us an email to say, you know what, just to let you guys know, expect, you know, because they knew that we had not heard from them for long, and that people were going to be anxious. So they told us that we should expect decisions in like spring, which is like March, April-ish. And so I was like, okay. I forgot about it for a while, and then in February suddenly I got a message from the business school. I got a message from the business school that I was selected for an MBA. Interview. Most MBAs have interviews, so I was like, oh my god. But they put resources in place. Like once your application goes through, you have access to like recruiters and admissions committee who are constantly keeping in touch. So you were allowed to, I booked a coaching session with my recruiter, and it was super helpful, like super helpful. I had the coaching session with her the day before my interview, and I think that really prepped me well. I was so confident to go into the interview, still very nervous but very confident. I think if you watch my February vlog, I was in this pink suit talking about preparing for an interview or something. That was what I was talking about. So yeah, that's how that went. In February, that interview happened, and after that interview they told us that decision date was April 7th. It was one day. Everybody will get to know their faith on that day. So April 7th came fast forward. It was in Ramadan, and I thought I'll be receiving like an email from the school. But I was there and I saw a call. My phone was with my cousin, and he was like, "You have a call." And I was like, I don't know anybody from the US, and I almost felt like it could be like a fraud, scam, something like that. But I saw Phoenix, Arizona, United States, and I was like, no, this is my call. So the call happened. She was like, "Hey, how are you? Is this you? This is me." All of that stuff. "Are you ready to hear about your admission decision?" I said, yeah. And yeah, alhamdulillah, she said I got admitted. So that was so exciting, so exciting, so relieving. And like in an hour or two after receiving that decision, Mastercard just sent me their email as well, like, "Hey, congratulations, we are so happy to offer you the scholarship to attend Arizona State University." So April 7th was the day for me. Amazing day. I don't know if I missed anything. I'm trying to rush through this. Leave questions in the comment section, okay? And so that was it. The journey from there onwards was preparing for school, doing a lot of things, documentation, submit this. I was dealing with school and I was dealing with master. I have two parties to work with, like my business school and Mastercard, so that we can all work together. So there were a lot of meetings that we had. There were a lot of things that we had to fill, preparing for visa, interview. The stress of getting like at the interview date at the Ghanaian embassy. That was also a lot. So I think my interview was in August. July. I got August earlier, but I managed to get a July date, and alhamdulillah, my visa was approved, and I had to get here in August because school started in August and all of that good stuff. So that's essentially my story and how this happened for me. Some people have been asking me what's the process. I've rushed through this. It's a lot. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Are you ready to put in the work? Then yeah, you'll have people who help you. So that was it. That's how I came here. Mastercard, a very important thing. I know lots of people are going to be asking me about this scholarship and all that. Unfortunately, I did ask ahead of making this video. Unfortunately, the scholarship started like 3 years ago, and it was for 25. The grant, or what was sent out, was for 25 young Africans. In the first year they brought 5 people. In the second year they brought 10 people, 15. So they had 10 people left. That was my cohort. And even with us, they managed to make it 13 to give chance to 3 more people. So unfortunately, my scholarship is not running this year, for anyone wondering. But I have good news for you. Something that could help you is with the Mastercard Foundation Biobab platform. There's this app. We have an app called the Biobab. I'll probably put a picture up. I think in as much as you're interested in opportunities, connecting with other Africans, Mastercard scholarship offers, all of these things. It's a platform that was initially created for alumni. Oh my god, these flights. It was created for just alumni, but it has been opened up to everybody, young Africans across the continent, to connect. There's courses you can take, the opportunities that are posted. This opportunity I was talking about was posted there. For instance, even recently they've posted these job opportunities. If you're looking for jobs, even if it's not just school, you should check it out. They also have all these other amazing like undergrad scholarship. Mastercard scholarship varies like so many types. Mine is just a small portion of it. Like the Biobab scholarship is just a small portion of it. So I'll say download Biobab. Stay updated. There's a lot of opportunities on Biobab, job opportunities. Even if you're looking for job opportunities, you might want to stay there. Scroll through the app once in a while, connect with people, ask questions on the platform, take some courses. It gives you like a leverage. Like, to be chosen for the scholarship, I was on Biobab. Okay, I was on Biobab, and I had done some interactions on there. So that was also that was part of the things they checked to make sure you got picked for the scholarship. So I would say Grad School Cafe Biobab for now, and beyond that, of course, keep searching for the schools. Another thing I wanted to say was, I know typically most of the international students come here with like assistantship, graduate assistantship. It's so good. Like, I've come here and I've seen it. I'm not on graduate assistantship because with my Mastercard scholarship I get to do a different kind of work, but it's so good. Like, they have it for anyone who is interested in ASU. Please come, just put in a strong application, you get it. Please come. Like, more than half of my class is on GA roles, like graduate assistantship. The offers are there. Please come, put in a compelling application, and they would give it to you, and you are going to learn. Like, the roles that my classmates are doing, it's amazing. Like, I'm so impressed whenever I hear someone describe what they are doing. It's not just teaching, and I mean, I used to just associate it's with just like teaching and grade. It's there, that's good. You get to maybe work with some undergraduate classes, but it's beyond that. Some people are working with other like colleges and departments outside and doing some really cool stuff. I want to tell everybody to come to ASU. Come and join me. Okay, navigate the platform, look at the admission requirement, the division, the college you want to go to. See guys, today is not the best day. This is not me at my best, forgive me. Yeah, so just look, see, be ready to read. It's a lot of research. Okay, read and send emails. Sending cold emails, send emails. You'll be responded to. Send emails. So many people that I've spoken to that wanted to start this program for it are not used to the habit of sending emails. Send email, learn to write emails, good emails. Ask any question whatsoever, you are going to be responded to. This place, see, they would give you your response. If you have any clarity, even if they think you're a good fit or they think you need to work on something, they're going to let you know. So this is the story of how I got my fully funded MBA scholarship. Alhamdulillah. And I want some of you who are watching and want to come, like, be on the same route, to put in the work. God, my mental health was in shambles. You guys don't even want to know. It's been a journey. It has been a journey, and I think you can do it too. So this is my story. For anybody asking, how did you get it? What's the process? This is me and how I ended up becoming a Mastercard scholar. The scholarship is amazing. I'm part of a very amazing community. And even campus has been amazing so far. Classes have been intense. The reason why I'm even rushing is I have assignments that are due tomorrow, and today is Sunday, and I have to also go to Walmart and get some stuff for my week, and it's like already 4 p.m. or something. So I'm just going to rush back to my room and get the rest of my day going. I hope you guys enjoyed this very rushed story time. I like to give details, but this time around I had to make it quick and short and cute, and also because it was so noisy outside. But it was nice sitting here, actually. It was. Anyway, leave me questions. I would probably film a Q&A, like I said, depending on how many questions I get. When maybe I didn't touch on something so people want to find out, leave me questions in the comment section. I might answer there, or I'll film a Q&A video. And share this video, guys. Subscribe, and thank you. Honestly, let me not just even push the subscribe. Thank you so much for everybody that has subscribed, all my new subscribers. The family has been growing nice and steady. I appreciate you guys so much, and yeah, I'll see you guys in another